I'll go ahead and share my screen. Everybody can see that, right? Great.
Yep.
So my name is Callie, and I am the Director of Strategic Partnerships at Katapult. Katapult is a unique payment option for subprime and no credit consumers. So it's a very unique space, a very unique customer segment. And what agencies love about Katapult, or why they like working with Katapult, there are a couple of reasons. One, we could be a potentially new revenue stream. We have competitive rev share options. In addition to that, we do great things for merchants, especially in the durable goods space. You have an expensive item, it opens up a whole new customer space, and it gives them a new way to pay. Merchants are happy with that. Obviously, in these times, new revenue streams are always exciting. Where this makes sense for merchants is when they are in the durable goods space, higher priced items, and they're looking to increase conversion rates, or they're looking to increase their average order values. Overall conversion rate optimization is definitely a conversation where Katapult will come into play. And basically, whenever you want to talk about Katapult it's good to talk about Katapult or to bring it up if you're hearing your clients talking about conversion rate optimization, average order value, they want to improve their abandoned carts, they want to look for a new customer segment, they're looking to reach new people, or they mention any checkout, financing, or payment options. And where Katapult fits into as part of a service is during any kind of site migration, anytime a merchant is looking to do website enhancements, or just as a new product as part of your CRO services. And anything, we work with Shopify, but we also work with other platforms, but Shopify is definitely a big market for us. We have a really slick Shopify integration that just plugs and play right into the back end. And we also work with, or we are complementary to other payment providers like Affirm, Klarna, Bread, just to name a few. So anytime if you have a merchant that is working with one of those, we complement that. We don't compete. We are a completely separate product. That's a common confusion, and I'll talk about that later. And so our partner program has, similar to what you heard about Textfy, is a similar model. So you can go for the referral only route, or you can become a deeper partner with us. So the referral only route is very simple. You're looking to just maybe get rev share, open a new rev stream, and you just want to refer clients to us. We're happy to engage with you in that way. But what we're really looking to do is to implement a program where we're more closely tight-knit with our partners. Essentially, this particular route would allow us to work with you to implement our Katapult solution, as well as implementing our financing, other merchandising, and ongoing optimization for the payment option. And with that particular track, you're also going to get the potential for co-selling and new leads. So essentially with this track, what we're hoping to do is to send merchants that maybe you don't work with already to you for the implementation, and thus allowing you to present them with other services. And the type of agencies we work with, it could be a marketing agency, or it could be an e-commerce or development agency for Shopify or Shopify Plus. And I think for either one, there could be lots of benefits for the more integrated route with us, because it could open up new leads as well as rev share and spiffs and other opportunities we have available in our partner program. So this is generally kind of what we hope to see as far as, getting you to that expert level. Initially, we want to talk to you, we want to show you the product, we want to train you on it. We want to show you the benefits it'll have for your merchants. The next step, obviously, in like a phase 2, we want to work with you on one client. I think anytime that we're working in partnerships, I think it has to be mutually beneficial for both of us. So we want you to be comfortable working with us and vice versa. So we like to do an initial implementation, work through step by step, allow you to get comfortable with how it works, how everything fits together. And then depending on that, if it goes really well and we shake hands, say we would love to work together, we'd love to move on into creating a sales funnel with you, talking about what merchants you have and what merchants we have. And the all end all be all relationship would be this really nice co-selling lead sharing opportunity where we're passing leads to you and you could be passing leads to us. Right now, our program incentive structure is pretty simplified because this is a very new partner program. So we don't currently have any tiers for our integrator partner level. That will be something that potentially comes up later. So right now it's very simple. We have our referral track and we have our integrator track. And these different tracks have different benefits. Obviously referral, least less so, but our integrator track comes with co-marketing content, co-marketing events, co-selling, co-mapping. We will present you in our newsletter, any kind of logos or backlinks in our partner directory. We do have co-branded assets ready to co-sell with you. And you would get access to our plugin and test credentials so you can install it on your demo stores and you can demo it for your clients or even just to see how it works. All of our partners get access to Slack because we feel like we want to be able to talk to you in real time whenever you have an issue, whenever you have anything you need to talk to us about. That Slack access is really nice for us to be able to set up a channel, talk with each other, and get our questions answered. And obviously, we have certification as an integrator partner, so you would be certified. Essentially, you would have a choice of either bringing us in conversations, but you may just want to sell it on your own. It's completely up to you. And then obviously we do a blog post and guest feature when you onboard with us and we promote you on all social media. We'd love to do case studies where possible, webinars, and any podcast episodes. We're happy to support any of that. If you as your agency were doing an event and you're one of our integrators and you just want us to sponsor your event and support sending people to your event, we're happy to do that. However, we can support you in growing. I have a strong agency background myself, so I myself understand what agencies are hoping to get out of these partnerships, and I want to support that, and Katapult does as well. So I'll switch over to one of our sites. So we have two ways that we integrate. We integrate directly, and we integrate in what's called a waterfall. So this is one of our newer merchants, and they currently integrate with us directly and in a waterfall solution. So you'll see here, Affirm is our waterfall partner, and they have Katapult side by side. So skipping all of the boring stuff, I want to make sure this doesn't waste your time. Put something in your cart, you go to checkout, you get to the payment page, and just like any other payment method, we're just listed. So this customer, Shopify is a unique one because all of these payment methods operate the same. They kind of have the same experience where you're kind of taken to another web page and then brought back to the checkout. That's across all Shopify payment partners. But the nice thing is that we don't differ at all from the ones that are well known, like Affirm, Klarna, or Bread. We operate the same way in a direct experience, and I'll show you that in a second. So what the direct experience would look like, and I'll kind of take you over to our demo shop so you can kind of see what it looks like. Obviously, this is very simple. You present a mobile number, it gives you a code. You get to this screen by either a pre-approval button, or it's a very similar experience on if you are directly in checkout. So that's one way. And if I go back to my presentation, I'll show you exactly what it looks like through the complete flow. So they enter a mobile number, they get a verification code, they apply. It's very simple. They don't need anything at checkout other than what they normally have for any other checkout. So they don't need anything but their debit card and their fingertips to fill out the simple application. And then you get a quick decision. Either they're approved or declined. It's as simple as that. The application takes less than 30 seconds to fill out, just like any other payment method, and the decision is less than 3 seconds. So it's a very fast e-commerce optimized solution. And once they go through checkout, once they've been approved, the checkout process is simple. They click our terms, they get full visibility and transparency into their agreements, and they can see what is due. Everything is fully transparent, so they know exactly what they're getting. And then when they end, they confirm and it takes them back to the Shopify store. And that's as simple as that. So a couple other unique features with Katapult. So obviously we have this Affirm waterfall, which is also a one-step application process. So essentially with the Affirm Connect product, a customer fills out one application, they go through Affirm, they may be denied by Affirm, but then they are approved by Katapult, and so they are served a Katapult option. Why this is useful for retailers? The reason it's useful for retailers is because we're basically helping them monetize their declinations. So think of it this way. A merchant has 1,000 applications come through for financing, or we'll say 1 million, we'll break it down a million applications, and 65% are declined by Affirm. And then of that 65%, we can approve 70%. And then we multiply that with an average order value of $600, and you're looking at over $100 million. So, and you can break that down any way you want to, but that's just extra revenue with a new customer segment that merchants weren't getting before. And our flow for this looks very similar to the Affirm flow, doesn't look any different than, because we're integrated right into their flow. And then you can see if they were declined, you see approved with Katapult. And then they go through the checkout process in a very seamless integration. So commonly when we come up in conversation, these are just the top 3 questions that we get from agencies and merchants alike. First being like, how will this affect my prime financing offers, or how are you different than a prime financing offer? The difference is like I was mentioning before with like Affirm, we are a complementary product. We don't in any way compete with Affirm or Klarna's or Bread's because we are going after a different customer segment. So we fit really nicely together. So if you have a durable goods merchant who maybe doesn't have financing at all, or only has a prime, then Katapult would be a really great fit to help them. And then how long does it take to integrate? With Shopify, it's super easy. It takes less than an hour to put our plugin in the back end of the website. And I say less than a week on this slide, but only because you can only move as fast as the merchant sometimes. But if it was in a perfect world, less than an hour. And where agencies really come in is helping us to merchandise and optimize the overall experience, helping us to implement financing pages. A good example would be here. So these pages need to be designed, they need to be implemented, they need to be optimized. Our pre-approval buttons being put on the right places. And that needs constant optimization because we make constant changes to those. So the support of the agencies for helping us to do this and being paid for it by either us or the merchant is obviously a benefit to you guys and a benefit to us. And then worries about association with a lease-to-own product. So I want to touch on this one because it's actually a very popular rebuttal. And it's just for agencies and anyone who doesn't understand. So lease-to-own is unique because essentially we are purchasing the item on behalf of the customer, and then they're paying us monthly or whatever kind of syncs up with their buying period to pay back the product over a certain term. And we don't require any credit. We don't ding people's credit scores. We don't charge late fees. We don't repossess items. We always want to resolve. And if someone just disappears, it's like Amazon, we simply write it off and move on. So we are not in the business of going after customers or making a poor experience. We have a 47 Net Promoter Score, which is right up there with Apple, which is seemingly unheard of in our space. And we really try to make the best customer service possible, 24/7 customer service and chat support. We have 4.4-star reviews on Trustpilot with over 9,000 reviews. And we really are trying to differentiate ourselves in this space because if you think about it, and if you really broke it down, a traditional credit card, we're actually sometimes the cheaper and better option than a traditional credit card, and here's why. The reason being that with late fees, deferred interest, and potentially carrying a balance, you're going to end up paying more than you would be with a lease to own product, even with the way that we are structured. So that being said, that's kind of where the common one, and we have plenty to rebuff that or to help support the merchant in being confident in our solution. And another great thing is if they are still kind of on the fence, there's the Affirm product. And as you saw in kind of me clicking through the demo, it's hidden behind a waterfall. So they don't necessarily have to associate with an LTO until they're comfortable with how we work and how our customers respond to it. So basically, our support team is great. And what we want to offer agencies is a way to work with our solution, work with our team. We have an excellent integrations team, sales team, client success team to support agencies and implementing this product, but we also want to support them in growing their business. We want the agencies to benefit from this, new revenue stream, new merchants, and just work with us and educate people and e-commerce on what this could mean for them. So to get in touch with me, I have a link to sign up for our partner program if you're interested, and you could also book a time with me. I'll post both these links in the chat for you to get in touch with me to go through a demo, for me to go in more depth about what we do and how we support merchants and what our merchant profile looks like and how we can support, most of all, you, the agency, and growing your business. So.
Yeah, Callie. And if you could do me a solid favor and post those 2 links in the chat for everyone to get. And apologies, Cal and Vesna, for leaving you in the waiting room. I was busy typing notes, but yeah, Callie, please post the link to your calendar for those who just came in that didn't get to see the presentation. Book some time with Callie and learn how to set up this new service. Super valuable. We're starting to get e-commerce stores asking about it. Again, just repeat, who is this ideal for? What types of stores and what types of connections to other tools?
So this is very ideal for anyone in this space that's doing $1 million or more on Shopify. They sell durable goods. So meaning we're really popular in the furniture, automotive, medical devices, electronics, appliances, basically anything you can think of that's like returnable, where we don't fit is like, you don't want to, a sandwich or like food or any kind of apparel items. We don't work well with those. And so that would be the ideal merchant for us. And another factor is if they have no financing and they're selling a good that's over $300, or they have Prime, but they don't have anything else as a secondary is another good factor for us.
Sorry, I'm on mute. Awesome. Thank you, Callie, very much for the time. Katapult.com, and Callie is the partner manager over there. She'll be helping you out.
Awesome.